Sanibona guys. So this is my I think it's my fourth episode that I'm doing. So those of you who do not know me, my name is Sipepelo Gubega. So please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Sipepelo Gubega YouTube channel. So here on my channel, I teach people on how to make cosmetics product. So all my videos that I've done before, all my episodes, those 3 episodes, they are about the formulation of cosmetics products. So I've done videos on how to make other products and how to make other cosmetics products. So please make sure that you go to my YouTube channel and then you subscribe and then you check those other products that I've done. So today we're gonna talk about anti-dandruff shampoo. So I'm gonna teach you on how to make anti-dandruff shampoo. So today you're gonna learn on how to make anti-dandruff shampoo. I'm gonna give you percentage ingredients to use and the percentage to put, and then how also to mix those ingredients together so that the product comes out as an anti-dandruff shampoo. So please make sure that you take out your paper and your pen. Make sure that you have your paper and your pen so that you can get started. Okay, so yeah, here let's get started. So here in our making of anti-dandruff shampoo, we have 5 steps. We have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, or if you may like it, we have phase A, phase B, phase C, phase D, and phase E. So, and another important thing here, now I'll be using grams. So whatever I'm calculating on whatever percentage I'm gonna give you, it will be in grams. So everything will make 100 grams. So everything that I'll be doing would make 100 grams. So make sure that after everything, that the percentage that I've given you, you calculate every percentage and make sure that it makes 100 grams so that your product will be 100%, so that every percentage that I'm giving you will be a good percentage. So make sure that you calculate after I've done these videos. Make sure that everything that I do makes 100 grams. So whatever I'm doing, I'm gonna be using 100 grams. So if you want to multiply, maybe let's say you want to do a quantity of 500 grams or 1000 grams, you just multiply these numbers, those percentage that I'm giving you, by the percentage that you want to or by the quantity that you want. So you just multiply those percentage by the quantity that you want to make with. So it's that easy. If you want maybe to make 500 grams, you times my quantity, and then you make sure that your quantity makes 500 grams or makes 1000 grams. So let's say maybe you times by 100 or you times by 10, whatever quantity that you want to make, or you times by 1000 if you want 1000 grams, or you times, it depends on you whatever quantity you want to make. So but on my side, on my teaching, I'll be using grams, and everything that I'll be using will accumulate to 100 grams. So I just wanted to make that clear. So let us get started now. As I told you before, we have 5 steps here. We have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, or phase A, phase B, phase C, phase D, phase E. So in step 1, we will have water, purified water. Please make sure that you don't use tap water. You use purified water, the water that they normally use in the labs, or the water that you normally buy on the shops, not the one that you get on the tap. We don't use that water because that water is not purified. It has some other chemicals that can make our product not to come out as we want it to come out. So it can ruin our product, that tap water, because there are chemicals that they put that we don't know on that tap water. So make sure that your water is purified. You go and buy clean water that doesn't have any chemical, that is purified, that is 100% water. So please make sure, that is very important, that you don't use tap water from the tap. So yeah, in the step 1, we put the first ingredient that we put is water. So we put 75.5 grams or milliliter of water. Because it's a liquid, we'll put milliliter of water. So you put 75.5 grams or milliliter of water. So water will act as a solvent, which it will act as a dissolver of other products. So the other product will dissolve in this water. So you make sure that you put 75.5 grams of milliliter of water. And then another product, the second product that you're gonna put in step number 1 is phenoxyethanol. You put 1 grams of phenoxyethanol. So phenoxyethanol acts as a preservative. A preservative will act as a protector of microorganism. It will protect your product not to contaminate microorganism. That is a function of preservative, is that it protects your product not to be contaminated with microorganism. So you put 1 grams of it. So after that, we are done now with step number 1. We go to step number 2. So in step number 2, you put sodium laurate sulfate. You put sodium laurate sulfate, which is SLES 70%. That is sodium laurate sulfate. You make sure that you put sodium laurate sulfate, which is SLES 70%. Sodium laurate sulfate, you put 12 grams of sodium laurate sulfate. The percentage that you put is 12 grams of sodium laurate sulfate. So sodium laurate sulfate will act as a foam booster. It will make your shampoo to have foam, and also it will act as a surfactant. So surfactant have so many functions. So this sodium laurate sulfate have so many functions. So it acts as a foam booster or surfactant. So it will act as a surfactant. The function of surfactant is that it will act as an emulsifier. It will blend water and oil so that water and oil does not separate. You make sure that your water and oil doesn't separate. That is a function of the sodium laurate sulfate. It acts as a surfactant, which helps your water and oil not to separate, and also it will act as a thickener. It will make your product to be thick. It will make your product to be thick, and also it will make your product to have a form. It will boost the form of your product. And then after that, also we have another ingredient that we put in step number 2 is coca midopropyl betaine. So we put 3 grams of coca midopropyl betaine. We put how many? 3 grams of coca midopropyl betaine. So that coca midopropyl betaine also acts as a surfactant or foam booster. So it has the same function as the other ingredient that I told you. So it acts as a foam booster and surfactant. So it acts as a emulsifier. So it will bind or it will make sure that your oil and your water doesn't separate. It will make sure that it binds your oil and water, and also it acts as a thickener to make sure that your product becomes thicker. So it has the same function as the first ingredient that I gave you in step number 2. So we are done now with step number 2. So we go to step number 3. So in step number 3, the ingredient that you will add Euperlane PK771, EUPERLAN PK771. It's Euperlane PK771. So in step number 3, you add 2 grams of Euperlane PK771. You add 2 grams of it. So this Euperlane PK771, its function then it acts as a foam booster and also surfactant. It acts as a emulsifier. It will bind your water and oil not to separate, and also it will boost your form in the product. And also another function that it has a pelicillin. It acts as a pelicillin agent, so it will make your appearance of your product to be shiny. to be shimmering, those shimmering appearances that would make your product to look shiny with a wavering light, so it will make your product to appearance to look shiny. So that is another function of Upalen PK771. So we are done now with step number 3. We go to step number 4. So in step number 4, you add cocamide DEA. So you add 4 grams. We are in step number 4 now. In step number 4, you add 4 grams of cocamide DEA. So the function of cocamide DEA is also a foam booster and a surfactant. So it acts as a foam booster, and also it acts as a thickener and a emulsifier which bind water and oil not to separate. So that is a function of cocamide DEA. So you add 4 grams of it. And then another ingredient that you add in step number 4 is tea tree, is leaf oil. You add 0.5 gram of leaf oil. So a leaf oil will act as a skin conditioning agent. So it will the function of a skin conditioning agent, it will help the skin to look and feel smoother. It will make your skin to feel smoother and look smoother. So it will make your skin to feel smooth. So that is the function of leaf oil. So you add 0.5 gram of leaf oil in step number 4. So, and then we are done now with step number 4, and then we go to step number 5. So in step number 5, you only add, or in step number 5, you add sodium chloride. You add 2 grams of sodium chloride. So sodium chloride will act as a viscosity increasing agent. It will act as a thickener. So it will make your product to be thicker. It will act as a thickener. So you add 2 grams of sodium chloride. And then you then add citric acid. So if you add citric acid, there is no percentage that I will give you. Just add it. You make sure that you add it until your pH becomes 5 to 6. You make sure that your pH becomes 5 to 6. Why 5 to 6 pH? The pH of 5 to 6, it goes hand in hand with your skin pH. So our skin pH is between 5 and 6. So it will make sure that your skin doesn't burn. So it's to make sure that your skin doesn't burn, because if your product does have a pH maybe higher or lesser than that, it will burn your skin. So that's why we put a pH adjuster. So this citric acid will act as a pH adjuster, so it doesn't have any percentage. You just put it until your pH goes to 6 or 5. So now we are done with the percentage and then the ingredients of our anti-dandruff shampoo. So now we are gonna go to the mixing part of this product, of these ingredients. So that is a very important step that now we're gonna be doing. So it's the mixing part of it now, how to mix it until we get the final product that we want. So because Mina, I was using the quantity of grams, so I will have 250 ml beaker. So I will have a beaker of 250 ml beaker. So I take that 250 ml beaker and then I pour my step A now. I pour my step A, which is water and phenoxyethanol. So I pour my water inside the 250 ml beaker, and then also I pour my phenoxyethanol that I've counted with those percentage. And then after I've poured it inside these two ingredients of step 1, I mix everything together. I mix everything together until they are completely dissolved together. I mix everything. I make sure that I stir everything together until they are completely mixed together. You can use a spatula, a spoon or a teaspoon to mix everything together, and also you can use a stirrer. Depends on the quantity that you will be doing. You can also use a stirrer to mix everything together, that you make sure that it completely mixed together. Nothing will get unmixed. So this is the important thing, that when you mix this ingredient together, you make sure that you mix them thoroughly. these ingredients. And then after you mix the step number 1 ingredient, you then add step number 2 ingredient. So you then add those step number 2 ingredient, which is sodium lauryl sulfate 70%. So you add it, and then you also add coca midopropyl betaine inside there. You add those 2 ingredients, and then inside the beaker, and then you mix everything together again. You mix everything together until everything dissolves inside, until everything is thoroughly mixed together. And after adding that, you then add phase C, or step 3. You then now add step number 3 inside that beaker again. You add upalane PK771. You add those step number 3 inside the beaker, and after adding it, you make sure that you mix everything together again. You mix everything together again until everything mixed thoroughly, or everything is dissolved and is mixed thoroughly. And then after that, you make sure that you get another separate beaker. Get another 250 ml beaker, separate now. You get it, and then you mix step number 4 inside that separate beaker, which is cocamidant DEA and leaf tree or leaf oil or tea tree oil. You then mix those things together, cocamidant DEA, and then your leaf oil, which is step number 4. You mix step number 4 together in that separate beaker. You make sure that you mix it together until they mix thoroughly together. After mixing step number 4 together, you make sure that you take that step number 4 that you have mixed separate, and then you pour it on that other beaker that you were mixing it with, that you mix step 1, step 2, and step 3 inside. And then you pour step number 4, you pour that separate beaker into that other beaker. And then after that, you mix everything together. You make sure that you mix everything thoroughly. You make sure that your step number 4 that you have mixed with on the separate beaker, you put it in the beaker that you have mixed on step 1, step 2, and number 3. And then you make sure that everything, you mix it thoroughly until everything will dissolve, until everything will be dispersed. They're very important to mix everything thoroughly using a stirrer or whatever you will use to mix those products. And then after mixing everything, step 1 until step number 4, we then add step number 5 now, which is sodium chloride. You add step number 5 now on the beaker. You add step number 5 on those ingredients. You add it, and then after adding it, you make sure that you stir everything now. You stir everything now. Step number 5, you stir. As I told you, step number 5 act as a thickener, so it will make your product to be thicker. So you make sure that you stir everything until you see a thicker product, until you see a smooth, thicker product. So you make sure that you stir everything thoroughly. Once you put the step number 5, which is sodium chloride, you make sure that you stir or you mix everything thoroughly until you see a smooth, thick pelicillin product. And after mixing everything together, you then now put your pH, so which is citric acid. You then pour citric acid, you pour it into the final product that you have done now. You pour it until you are sure that your product or your pH is between 5 to 6. Make sure that you pour your pH until it's between 5 to 6. When it's between 5 to 6, it will be fine. It will be fine. You know that it will be fine now. You put your citric acid inside, and then you check your pH until it makes 5 to 6 pH. When it reaches 5, between 5 to 6, you leave it. You know that now your pH is right. So and then after that, you will see that your product will be a shampoo product, will be pelicillin product. So that is how you make your anti-dandruff shampoo. So that is all the steps that you use to make your anti-dandruff shampoo. So please make sure that whatever you don't understand, you comment on my YouTube channel, and then you make sure that you also subscribe on my YouTube channel, so that I will keep on teaching you and giving you other other products. So because I know that we are in a difficult economy in South Africa, so these skills will help a lot of people with these skills. You can start your own business with this skill that I'm giving you. You can start your own cosmetic company. You can go and apply to cosmetic companies. You can do so many things with this knowledge that I'm giving you. It's a very expensive knowledge that I'm giving you, because I'm giving you everything from the percentage to the ingredient to how do you mix everything. So as time goes on, I will do a physical or making of this product. I will make sure that I don't just teach you guys. I will make sure that I also do practically. You see me adding those ingredients together and then showing you how to add, how to do this, how to do this. I will do that as my podcast or as my YouTube channel grow. I will make sure that I show you guys step by step practically on how to do this product. You'll see them, you'll see me on these videos doing everything, showing you that this is a beaker, this is a spatula, this is a stirrer, this is a what, so, and then showing you this is a weighing machine, and then how do you weigh your product, how do you stir your product, how do you mix your product, and then every step I will show you. But I will show you when my YouTube channel grows. So but for now I'm just teaching you theoretically. Everything I'm just saying theoretically. So as time goes on, I will do it practical, and then you'll see how do we do this cosmetics product. So please make sure that you subscribe, you watch my videos, and then you share also my videos, so that my YouTube channel can grow, so that I can have confidence, or I can have that oomph to teach you guys on lot of things regarding cosmetics, and also on how to maneuver in cosmetic product, how do you get your products, your ingredients, where do you buy your ingredients, so that I can teach you so many things. So yeah, so this was my I think it's my 4th episode on this teaching of cosmetic product. So yeah, thank you a lot. See you on the next episode.